So, true story. When I was offered the opportunity to come here, obviously, I weighed my pros and cons, I made my lists, I considered all of the things that I knew that I needed to consider to see if I could actually make this work. And sometimes I think when we do that, we definitely need to do those things so that we can be responsible. But sometimes when you get to the lists and you look at your pros and cons, you're still confused and you're still not sure exactly what you should do. You don't have a sense or a feeling. And we're afraid as human beings to make the wrong decisions. I believe that nobody makes a decision thinking that it's the wrong decision, but a lot of us are afraid of that. We're afraid of failure and we're afraid of disappointing ourselves and the people that are around us. So what I often do, and what I did in this case, is I tossed a coin. And that may sound really irresponsible and really strange, but the reason that I did that is because I trust in the universe. I trust that the universe is always guiding me, and whatever you believe in, whatever higher power, call it the universe, call it spirit, call it God, has my back. And I really give a lot of trust into that. The universe is always talking to us. It's always trying to get our attention, and it's always trying to wake us up. And the question is, are we listening? Do we even know what to look for? So we live in a physical world, and being that we live in a physical world, we have physical limitations. The universe doesn't tap you on the shoulder and say, oh, you know what, you should do that. So it gives us signs, and we have to look for those signs. A lot of the time people will say, I need a sign, I'm just looking for a sign. So how do you tune in? And how do you know what to look for? And there are a number of things that you can tune into and that you can look for that will help you sometimes to hear the universe and what it's trying to tell you. The first thing are people. People will sometimes pop into your life, random people, or sometimes the people that are already in your life will say or do things that will guide you into a direction and maybe be something that would not be something that they would normally say. And those are the signs that you want to listen for. Oddly enough, songs. I know with me, sometimes when I'm trying to make a decision or when I'm trying to do something, I'll ask myself the question, or I'll ask the universe the question, and then I'll turn on, pick a random song in my playlist and tell myself that whatever the song is the message that the universe is trying to give to me. There are physical signs, random signs that you might see in different places. I remember when I was in Rome in 2014, I had suffered from a nervous breakdown, and I went to Rome and I spent a month there just to, sort of sort myself out. And I remember I was in an apartment that I closed myself into basically for 10 days. And as I was lying on the couch one day, I noticed some writing that was inscribed around an archway in a door. And it said, Nihil difficile volenti, which means nothing is difficult if you really want it. And at that time, I was trying to figure out how to do things and how to move forward. And that was really a huge sign for me. So that was actually quite huge for me. The other thing is dreams. I talk about dreams in a way of dreams as far as you're intending them. But sometimes when you go to sleep, you may have like a repetitive dream, or you may have a dream that seems really odd to you or that's very vivid. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll go look up the meaning of the dream and see if I can find some maybe sign or some message that the universe is trying to give me through my dreams. The other thing is nature. The best thing I can compare this to is that somebody once told me that whenever you see sunflowers, you're moving in the right direction. So that's something for me that when I'm not quite sure, or I'm in a bit of a state of confusion and I see sunflowers, I know that I'm moving in the right direction. Another thing is when everything falls apart. Your car breaks down, you lose your wallet, you break up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, just everything seems to be falling apart. And sometimes that's a sign from the universe to tell you that it's time to let go. It's trying to awaken you and tell you that this is not the direction you're supposed to be in. Conversely, everything is flowing. That's another sign. When everything is flowing and aligning, definitely I can say that for me, that was a huge thing in this whole journey. When I made the decision finally with my coin, thank God for heads, everything just started to align. I was dealing with immigration issues, I was dealing with paperwork issues, I was dealing with work issues, I had client issues, I had family issues, I had a little minor health issue, and everything just was started to work out. I mean, even yesterday, I'm here trying to, while I'm here, I'm trying to get back my Italian citizenship so I can have my dual citizenship. And I had to go to a government office, and normally they don't receive people. You have to go through immigration. But when I went to the reception of the office and explained what I was there to do and my concerns, this woman came out, and what normally never happens, where they'll take you in, happened. She brought me into her office, she sat me down. I had the wrong paperwork, but she helped me work through it, and she was very patient. And I couldn't even believe that this woman was doing so much for me in a country where, let's say that the government officials or government workers are less than cooperative at times because they are very stressed and overworked, especially in the immigration departments and in the police stations. So that woman was an angel for me, and I almost wanted to give up when I got to the office and I saw this huge lineup for immigration. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to go in there. And then all of a sudden this woman came out, and she was just amazing and fantastic. I walked away thinking that was another sign from the universe. That was another angel. So the moral of the story is that look for the signs. The universe wants you to succeed. I don't believe that something or someone is up there in the sky thinking, let me see how I can ruin this person's life right now. I really think that the universe is there to move you into the direction that you're supposed to be moving into. And if you trust that, then that's where the key is. A lot of people say, I know this is maybe a little bit of a spiritual or woo-woo kind of post, as we say sometimes, but you are a spirit. You are part of the universe. It is said that we are universal spirits. So if you have something around some weird power trying to control you or telling what to do, remember and understand that you are universal spirit. So it's actually not something outside of you, but it's you that's telling your own self what to do and how to move forward. So if you can't trust in yourself, I'm not really quite sure who you can trust in. And sometimes that's all that is required, is just to trust in yourself. If you're looking for a sign, people, this is it. Look for the signs, look for the people. Maybe I'm one of them. Hopefully I'm one of them. And listen to what I'm saying, because there may be something in this for you. Signing off from Modica in front of the church this morning, feeling very spiritual and very connected to something outside of me. Glad to be able to share this with you. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next week.